Check, check, check. Seeing if it works. Can you hear me fine, man? Cool. How's it going, buddy? What's up, Mike? How's it going? All right, we'll wait till 6, get a few more people on here. Man, I'm doing good, man. Getting ready for Halloween. So where are you guys from? I'm in the U.S., good old U.S. Oh, Mike, Nebraska. Cool. I love Nebraska. Been there quite a few times. And yes, I do have some Halloween prints going. So I am Cornfield, USA. Yeah. So I am finishing up Scarecrow from Wicked Art. I'm doing full size of it. It's going to have the green translucent resin. New Zealand, been there before too, man. I love New Zealand. And I got a couple other things in the works, not necessarily Halloween related. I'm working on Black Forge Games. They have a piece called Tenjin. If you have seen it, it's really cool. This is by far probably the most detailed print I've ever done before, and they actually have a pavilion that goes with it. Well, this thing, the figure itself stands probably a good 15, 16 inches tall, and this 2 feet long, 2 feet high, about 24 inches, 26 inches tall. I've got to cut it up a big time in mesh mixer because I just can't fit it on the build plate. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, there's been a bunch of different paint variants and stuff on it, but I want to do it more like like this had the different kind of skin tones on it. I've seen blue, I've seen red, I've seen green. I actually want to paint like a human flesh tone on it, and um, I want to do like a human flesh tone on it and make it look more human than anything, rather than something outlandish or whatever. And so I got with Gabriel over the past couple of days from Wicked, and he's got some really cool stuff coming up. And I've got a print that I'm actually start working on probably tonight. It's 6 p.m. here Central Time, so I'll probably start putting it on a couple of the printers, and it's going to be pretty cool. You guys are going to like that. It's not statue related per se, but it's pretty wild. So you'll have to check that out. I think he's going to drop that probably on Monday, so everybody should probably get that in their inbox. Um, I do have plans to do Phoenix from them. Um, so they're releasing the Phoenix, and I have my Siren series, so that's going to be the next one in my Siren series. I plan on doing that one in quarter scale in the red and yellow different translucent resin. So I want to make it light up pretty cool and match the other sizes and stuff like that. So that's another thing I got down the road. Um, right now, I just printed. I don't know if you guys seen Squid. Was it Squid Game? Have you guys seen that yet? I love that show, man. So I just printed off like 3 chibis, and so I'm going to start doing a chibi lineup, like a playlist or whatever, like I did my Siren series. I'm going to start doing chibis because I just love them. Nobody may give a shit about it or anything like that, but I'm going to do it and just see where it takes me. Um, so I've got Mephisto that I plan on doing, and I've got like tons of stuff, man, that I have been working on. I've got printed and everything that I've got to get painted. So it's just a matter of getting all that stuff, fixed up and having time to do it. I've got um, I've got Darth Vader, I've got Han Solo, Luke Skywalker that are all in primer, and I've got to finish painting those. I am going to do a video with basically it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be like how many statues can I get painted in 24 hours. I just thought that was pretty cool to do. I saw somebody do like how many minis they paint in 24 hours, and I said, well, I'll just do statues. So I'm going to have like a bunch of statues ready in primer and ready to go, and I'm going to see how many I can paint in 24 hours. I've done that before. I've stayed up a full 24 hours to paint a freaking statue, and I got the damn thing done. And I was exhausted, but it looked pretty good. So, what are some things that you guys would like to see? Yeah, I want to do more stuff like that, more fun stuff, because I think you have to do that in order to grow the channel, kind of get people in, and kind of get them involved and stuff like that, and make it entertaining. I think that I'm actually going to start incorporating some music in with some of the videos. I'm a musician, so I'm planning on doing some really kind of funky stuff or whatever like that. That's plans on down the road. And then I plan on just making some entertaining videos rather than just here's a statue, watch me paint it, it's done. So I think that I need to do more stuff than that. But I'm looking for ideas. Cool. So also I have some anime planned on doing. I have not done any anime in probably 10 or 15 years. So like I've been looking through like some Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, that sort of stuff. But I plan on doing probably a couple of pieces of those. That's going to be another thing on my playlist. So I want to get a little bit more organized with my videos. I want to do stuff like, oh, I'm not going to burn out, man. I'm good. I'm still somewhat young. I just got to rest up the day before and the day after. But I think that I want to do different playlists and stuff on my videos, so I can have like a chibi line, anime line, just a regular video type line or whatever. And then I want to do some tutorials. There's all kinds of stuff that I have planned that I want to do. It's just a matter of finding time to do it. Job keeps me busy. I'm actually in my office right now, and mine and my wife's office, and it keeps me busy a lot during the day. And plus, having to pump out videos, man, when you're taking and you're printing and you're painting, you're building and all that stuff, there's a lot of work that goes into it because you don't really have a lot of time to get something painted. So I'm like pumping out these statues in like a matter of like 2 or 3 days. And most people take weeks or several days to paint one piece. So, yeah, there's a lot of late nights and everything like that. Um, cool. So what I want to do is my goal with the channel is I do want to get monetized, and I want to put more into this channel, and eventually I'd love to do it full time or whatever. I love painting. I have been doing stuff for painting for well over 35 years, man. Um, what's that, Mike? Can Yeah, I mean, I can do stuff like that too. Different techniques and everything. The one thing that I think a lot of painters probably have trouble doing is is coming up with new innovative ideas, because if you've seen one mixing flesh tones and doing the stuff like that, you've seen there's a million on. So I want to do something a little different, make it a little bit more in depth, and it's kind of hard to do because, um, I mean, what else do you do? I mean, it's you're making statues basically the same way everybody else does, but I'm wanting to do different techniques for different, like say, different flesh tones, go into like different shades of flesh tones or whatever. I want to do some tutorials about my shading techniques. I got one video that I want to do strictly with pastels, because I know a lot of people don't have airbrushing or an airbrush, and they don't have a lot of airbrushing skills. So I kind of want to go back to the basics sort of thing. Like when I first started, I mean, I was doing minis like 35 years ago. That's how I started doing them. And I didn't have toothbrushes. Toothbrushes. I didn't have paintbrushes. So I had toothpicks. So a bunch of buddies of mine were big D&D fanatics, and I'm sorry, I can't play D&D because I just don't have the tolerance to sit there and go on these campaigns and stuff like that. So they had these minis sitting up on the table, and I thought, dude, those look like shit. I mean, there's no paint on them or anything like that. So they said, well, you're supposed to paint them. So I was like, well, give me one, I'm going to paint it. So I went down to Walmart and got like those old testers paints that are in little square bottles, and the with. And I didn't have enough money to buy brushes, so I got toothpicks, and I was painting minis by just taking the paint and just putting them on toothpicks and doing that way. And so I did that for a while. Then I figured, okay, I need to do something for shading and stuff. So then I was in art school, in high school, art class and stuff. And I just had chalk pastels one day I was working with, and I was taking them just, just coloring the paper and stuff. And I saw the dust and everything like that on. I was like, okay, maybe I can use this. And so I took it home and I just started scraping off the pastels, and that's how I started. So I wanted to go back and do all that again, show people how to do it. I've done it for years and had fun doing it. So, hey, my son's on here. Hey, Nick. But so yeah, that's how I really started out. How I got into painting was my dad was a mechanic. And so my brother and I, my dad was a mechanic. He was always working on cars and stuff. And we were younger and stuff. Dad would just have like an old fender there and stuff. And we started sanding and painting fenders. So that's what really got me involved in it. But yeah, pretty cool. So I want to do, I really want to do bigger views, maybe like in a 1/3 scale and stuff like that. I'm going to have to wait till I get bigger printers and stuff. Eventually, once the channel grows, I'm going to do some stuff like that. And I need to do more FDM printing. And I'm going to do more of the masks and helmets and stuff like that. I got some pretty cool ideas for those as well. So I want to do like some of the FDM helmets and stuff. I'm going to do them like I used to do with cars, when I used to paint cars and do different graphics and stuff like that on there. So I like flames and different scroll work and stuff like that. So I'm going to plan on doing some of that stuff too. So what's some projects that you guys would like to see? Yeah, well, I was just talking about a little bit about that, Nick. Like I haven't done any anime in probably 10 or 15 years. Um, and I'm gonna do some minis. Um, I haven't painted a mini in probably 20, 25 years. Hey Demetrius, how's it going, buddy? And so I'm gonna do a video on that. Um, I've already tapped into horror a little bit with the Freddy. The Freddy didn't get all that much stuff. Um, so I'm kind of backing off the horror stuff for a little bit. Um, yes, I have seen comic style painting. It is awesome. I did 3 or 4 years ago. I did a couple of pieces. I did a Superman and I did a Green Lantern, and they look like total shit. So, so I'm gonna probably tackle that one day and hopefully work on that. Weathering and battle damage tutorials for statues. Yes, I love weathering. I got some pretty cool techniques that I've learned over the years, and definitely would love to do a video or two on those. I used to paint model cars when I was a kid, and of course, I didn't like clean model cars and stuff or whatever. I liked them beat up and everything, like in a junkyard. So I definitely want to do some more of that. But the comic style painting, that's a lot of harsh shading and a lot of different bold lines and stuff like that. It's not really a medium that I work in so much, so that would be really cool to kind of get out of my comfort level and work on some of that. So yeah, definitely down the road as the channel grows, I would love to get into more stuff like that. But the thing is like I said, when you're doing a lot of I like to try and get out 2 videos a week. So one video I like to kind of touch in like on a tutorial or something, and then I kind of like to do a paint up. And so the paint ups, man, they're hard because you got like 2 or 3 days to do them, and normally under normal circumstances it takes a week or two or whatever like that. And I just don't like rushing stuff because it just looks like crap, and I really don't want to post anything that just looks like crap. And so yeah, I'll definitely work on that. Venom, I love Venom. I got Venom right there. So yeah, I love Venom. Uh, I did a Venom probably about 6 or 7 years ago. That's the last one I've done. So I would love to do another one. I really would like to do one based on the new movie, but I don't know, guys. I can't get into the new movie yet. It looks pretty cool, but to me, he kind of looks a little bit more comic. I mean, they're trying to make him into like a comedian almost, and I can't go for that. I mean, the Venom I know is like just brutal. I mean, just vicious and everything like that. So that's kind of like what I envisioned Venom. So yeah. So my plan is, Demetrius, is to get more tattoos. A lot of these guys you see out here, man, they got tattoos all over the place. I've got this one here, which is a big skull. I got this one here, but I eventually want to do a whole sleeve down here. Yeah. Blooper videos, Nick. You trying to make your dad into look like a complete tool, right? I don't really have any blooper reels or anything like that. Um, I mean, I can go through some of the like stuff that's all screwed up or whatever. I mean, I probably have like more of that footage than I would that of the finished stuff. But yeah, because I mean, I am always screwing up shit. So most definitely. Yeah, Mike, I can't get into the new Venom yet. I'll have to see more. But let me tell you something that I really did get into, and Nick and I were talking about it the other day, and that's the new Batman. So I don't care what nobody says. The little tulip of a vampire, yeah, but I think he's going to kill it in this movie, man. You watch and see. I think he's going to do really good. I think he's got the look for a young Bruce Wayne. He almost looks like a really kick-ass Nightwing if you think about it. But I think he's really going to do. I think he's really going to do good in this this new Batman movie. I love the Catwoman. Um, and I think Colin is it Colin Farrell who's doing Penguin, and I think that really looks good. That would have been super cool if they could have done him more up like Danny DeVito. And yeah, the trailer was good. Cool. Yeah. So I saw more pictures of Colin Farrell as the Penguin, like side by side comparisons. And man, they spent a lot of time on makeup on that guy. I mean, he looks really cool in it. I wish they could do. Um, so the Riddler looks like the Riddler's going to be in this. So anybody know who the Riddler's going to be? Because I haven't seen anything on it. Nick, have you seen anything on it? Paul Dano? I don't know who that guy is. But yeah, that I think that's going to be a really cool movie. Yeah. God, just as long as I don't put Jim Carrey as the Riddler again. Yeah, they're not showing him. I wonder what they're going to do with the makeup. I'm sure they got to do something to the face or whatever. So that's one thing I would love to do. I would love to do up a new Batman. Um, and I'd love to do a Penguin, like maybe some type of diorama. So my Punisher comic cover that I did got really good results, and that's one thing I'd like to do. Um, I'd like to do that. Some more comic covers and stuff. The guy that actually uh, created the Punisher comic cover, the Zet cover that I did, um, he said he was going to do more. So I requested some X-Men covers. I would love to do some of like the giant size X-Men #1 where they got all everybody on that. That would be a kick-ass one to do, like on a 1/6 scale. I don't know, Mike. I don't know if anybody's done in the Pattinson and Batman yet. I'm sure they're probably waiting on more pictures to come about of the suit because I don't think that they've actually revealed the whole entire suit. So that would be really cool. Uh, I'm going to talk to Gabriel about maybe doing that, but I think the Berserk 3D group or whatever like that just got finished with a Batman or something. But that would be really cool to do. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. That Punisher, man, it's sitting in my entertainment room right now. I love that thing. I'm gonna do up a display case where it's sitting next to my Mike Zeck signed book. Mike actually commented on that piece in his own Facebook page, which was very cool. He gave me props on it, so that was really awesome. He's my favorite artist by far. But he lives in Atlanta, and I have a friend Adam who lives in Atlanta, and I had planned on maybe going to go see him at one time pretty soon. So I would love to be able to link up with Mike and get him to sign the statue. That would be awesome. And if you did, I would definitely get that on video. So um, yeah, the Arkham Batman, that's going to look cool. I'm definitely probably going to do one on it as the movie gets closer because I think if you do one around the hype of the movie, it'd get more views, of course. And that's mainly what I'm really trying to do. Really trying to get the channel to watch hours. I think if I get behind that momentum and stuff like that, that I could really start pumping out some really cool stuff. But the ideas are coming. And yeah. So Pattinson Batman, yeah, if that comes out, I'm going to be all on it. Definitely going to do that one, and probably I'd love to do it in a quarter scale. That'd be awesome. I do plan on. I am going to be saving up to get a CR10, Creality CR10 printer, FDM printer, so I have a little bit bigger build plate, and then I plan on doing a life size build, and you guys will be like seeing that in multiple parts too. So that would be cool. So Nick, was Dune any good? Yes, I've seen the Mr. Freeze, and it is really awesome. Yeah, I just I would love to do it. I just don't have the time right now. and there are just so many. There's so many things that I've got lined up. My backlog is like a year already of all the pieces that I've got pre-built um, and primered, ready to go. Like I said, I've got. So here's what I got so far that's done, that's ready to go into paint. I have two Punisher pieces. I've got Solo, I've got Luke Skywalker, and I've got Darth Vader, all from the Wicked Art Star Wars Patreon thing. I've got Tenjin I'm working on. I've got the piece printed up already. I printed the last piece today. The only thing that I have to print is the sword, and there's like an amber stone that he's holding, and I'm actually doing those in yellow translucent resin, and then I'll have that one done, and then I'm going to start on the pavilion. I printed one of the lanterns for the pavilion today, and it got done. And this thing is like that big, man. It's huge because this pavilion is going to be like 2 feet freaking tall. And then what else do I have? I have Captain America to finish up that goes with the Black Panther piece that I have, and then I've got the Deadpool bust that they did. Need to finish printing that. I've got to finish up Celine from Underworld. I got to finish the base. The base is going to be like 18 inches on that one. So that one's going to take a little bit to get done. But you guys got to understand too, man, that resin is expensive. I mean, we're talking like they're talking like almost $35 to $40 a bottle. And I'm probably spending, like all the projects that you see, I'm probably spending anywhere from 2 to 3 bottles on that stuff. And it's pricey, man. And that's another reason why I really want to get monetized and start making money, because I want to put it back into the channel. I just started my Patreon, and I don't have anything posted to it yet. So that's another thing that I'm going to be doing on. So that's on the page. Maybe if that generates a little money, that'll go back into resin. And I'm actually going to I want to do a tutorial on casting, molding, and casting with silicone and casting resin, because I used to do that too as well. But again, that stuff is pricey, man. In order to get a lot of that stuff, the silicone is like $100 for a tub, and that only does like a small part. So I really want to go into and showing you how that's done. And but I want to do that as well. Do a tutorial on that. Blade 2 Reaper 3D prints. I've actually got that one. It's a kit that I got years ago that a guy asked me to paint, and he never picked it up. He told me, he's like, dude, just keep it or whatever. So that one's like in a box out here. And I don't do commission work anymore. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do commission anymore. So yeah, so I hate to keep jumping back from subject to subject, but yeah, the 1,000 subs. So once I get to 1,000 subs, I am going to start giving away some of these pieces, because I just don't have enough room. So I have like inside this door right here, 50 square foot of my collection room, and I literally have like hundreds of statues and stuff. Nick can tell you that room is completely full, but I've got a lot of these printed pieces I just don't have room for. And the bigger that I make them, the more room they take up. So I definitely want to give those away. Yeah, I got all kinds of shit. Like, hold on a second. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know if you could have seen that, but that's just kind of like a glimpse of what is in there, and it's completely chock full of stuff. And now this stuff is starting to roll out into my house. I've got stuff in my living room. I've got a separate bedroom that's like an art lab that I do a lot of my printing. So it's starting to roll into there. Um, my wife has a couple of pieces back here that I did for her. So she loves Yoda. I posted this on the so she loves the baby Yoda. I did this one. This one's from Wicked Art, but they're Star Wars Patreon. I did this one for a little while ago. It turned out really good, and so yeah, I love their Star Wars line. And I got another Yoda for her that I did. So yeah, um, so yeah, the 1,000 subs. Sorry, but I'm definitely going to start giving some of the way once we start reaching 1,000. Also, I'll do one at 1,000, and then I'll do one at probably like 1,250, and then another one at 1,500, and so far, so on and so forth. So I'm thinking the video that I've got right now that has done the best so far is my Black Widow build, and I did that one like when I first started the channel. So I am thinking that's probably going to be the probably the first one that I give away. And reason being is because this thing is huge, and I really want somebody to have it. I did a really good job. I think I really did a good job on it, and I love it. So I'd love for somebody to take that and display it in their collection and everything. I've got like 4 or 5 Black Widow statues that I've accumulated over the years, and again, I own the file, so I mean, it's not like I can't rebuild it again. So that's the good thing about it. Yes. So the Tenjin project, Black Forge has a bunch of stuff, man, that they're coming out with, and it looks killer. So if you guys go on there and check it out, Black Forge Games. No, they're not sponsoring me, and Wicked Art doesn't sponsor me or anything like that. I just I love doing their stuff for them. I've become pretty good friends with Gabriel, and he allows me to post stuff on the page and stuff like that for tutorials and helping you guys out and everything. But yeah, the Ancestors, the Valeric, I think I'm pronouncing that right. That one's going to look kick ass. I really like that one. That's going to look really good. But I want to get Tenjin done first. So Tenjin is it's awesome. I think it was like $15, $20 to buy the file. So yeah, I've already, just for the figure alone, I've already spent I've already used 2,000 grams of resin for it, and the pavilion's probably going to be anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 grams of resin, because I'm telling you, it's probably going to be about that wide, and probably about, I know you can't see that, but you're probably 30 inches long and probably about 24 to 26 inches tall, and it's going to look really cool. I should have brought some pieces here with me to show you some of the stuff that I'm doing, but it's in another room. But yeah, so thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. It was a fun build, and it was a good paint job on it. I really like doing that piece. Nick, I have that Freddy Krueger that I did. It's in here for you if you want to put it in your apartment, man. So there's a story behind that. So so my son Nick, when he was younger, I had the Horizon piece, Freddy Krueger, that Horizon did, and I painted up that model, and I had to get rid of it. I had to get rid of it because it scared the crap out of him. I don't think he's even seen Nightmare on Elm Street to this very day. Have you ever seen that movie, Nick? But yeah, he hasn't. He didn't like that too much, so he's like, oh hell no. The AK Frozen, no. I really want to get that one. but I'd seen um, a lot of things on like a lot of reviews and stuff that said the preliminary ones just weren't all that great. There's a lot of support issues, and so think I'm going to wait on that one. I really want the what is the new one? The Elegoo. Is it the net? Not is it Neptune? No, Jupiter. Yeah, then Elegoo Jupiter was. I'm drawing a blank for it. So Uncle Jesse did a review on that one, and it looked like the preliminary ones on there wasn't all that great, but he got some of the stuff fixed on it, a new screen and all that. Yeah, Jupiter, and that one looks really really cool. I don't think it has the height to it like the Pio Poly or the Frozen Transform, and I got that one too. But that one takes like 2,000 grams of resin to put into that monster, and I don't use it very much. And a Mars, and of course I just got a uh, oh, I had a little thing pop up that said my connection was unstable. All right, we're back. So is it Jao Torres? Did I butcher that or did I pronounce that right? I appreciate it, man. So drop some frames. Okay. Yeah, that's probably what happened. It said it was an unstable connection, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Doesn't screw up anymore. Are we good now? Are we back? Everybody can see everything now? Hello? Nick, are we good? Okay, thank you. Um, so yeah, the Jupiter, when it comes available, I'll pay that extra money to have the thing uh, print right and not go through a bunch of the issues and stuff like that Uncle Jesse went through. And I'll definitely. Oh, cool. I'll definitely hopefully pick up on one of those. Again, once the channel gets rolling and start profiting a little bit from it, start making a little bit from it, all that's going to go back into the channel. There's other equipment I would love to get. I was at Best Buy today with my wife, and I was looking at cameras. So I definitely am looking into to get a camera right now. I've been shooting everything on my phone because I don't have just tons of money to throw into the channel right now. So that's the purpose of opening the Patreon and getting the channel monetized and stuff. But I want to get just different new equipment. I'd love to get a couple new printers and stuff. And everybody starts like that. I think everybody starts pretty small. I know your big printing company or your big printing page channels right now have like always started that like that. I'm just late to the game, man. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I didn't get into YouTube until just recently. I'm not a big social media person. I've been on Instagram and Facebook for a while, and I got a pretty decent following on Instagram. I like 1,200 followers. I mean, for me, that's okay. I mean, I don't have to have hundreds of thousands or whatever. I have fun doing what I'm doing. So once the channel gets going and everything like that, and I'm able to get into more things like that, then yeah, you're going to see some really cool stuff. I got a lot of pretty good ideas that I want to roll out. It just takes time, and it takes a little bit of money, and it takes a little bit of effort. So once that happens, yeah, that'll be cool. What kind of plans do I have for the Patreon? So, of course, like the basic shout outs, here's what I really want to do. So I want to be able to, like, if I have a certain tier of the Patreon, I want to be able to do like maybe a live stream. I want to be a little bit more interactive and do like a Zoom video or something. I want to do like a Zoom video where I can communicate with people and like do tutorials. like once a month. So like for that tier Patreon, like I'll have, okay, we're going to go through uh, skin tones or something, just something like that, and actually do stuff on live on the Zoom call or whatever, so that way that people can pick up on it and they can see it firsthand and they can ask questions and stuff like that while I'm actually doing it or we're doing it together. We can kind of walk through, do things like that. Um, uh, so I want to do like I don't let everybody see my collection. It's just massive. But you know, you'll have sneak peeks at you'll have sneak peeks into like future projects that I have coming open. There'll be exclusive projects that I won't post that you'll see. But I really want to do a lot of interactive stuff like tutorials, just doing projects and stuff where you can see me doing some of the projects. You can ask some questions. We can do them together. And then I want to do like group projects. I mean, yeah, kind of like art class and crazy stuff like that. So where we get all together and we decide on a subject to do. We kind of work on it together. I think that would be cool. Um, of course, the anything that I mean, anything that comes up with that's a good idea, I'm all open for it. I've never run a Patreon before, but I'm also working on doing some stuff in ZBrush and Blender where I can create my own models. So I've been working on that a little bit. If I get good enough or whatever, I'll do exclusive files to give to my Patreons. Just all kinds of stuff like that. So that's starters. But yeah, I got some pretty good ideas coming up. My wall decor. Um, so yeah, my wife did all that. So this is not just Halloween. This is my house year round. So you can ask Nick. Like I have, there's like stuff all over on this side in my kitchen, but like in our office area, there's all kinds of stuff through my house. I actually have a Game of Thrones throne sitting. It's called a bone throne. It was a Halloween prop that I picked up this year. It's sitting in my living room. And then I have an 8-foot Reaper over here in the corner. This is stuff we keep up year round. But yeah, I've got like all kinds of, my wife has like skull pillows. We got skeletons and candelabras and stuff like that all over the house and everything. But yeah, my house is like this year round. Like I've got like here on my desk, I got Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, and Jason here. These have been here for a couple of years now, I think. But yeah, I'm big into Halloween and horror, animation, painting, stuff like that. I'm just a big kid. I'm a 50-year-old kid. Speaking of kids, my kid, he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown man. He's getting ready to be 30, so showing my age. But yeah, absolutely. So what projects do you guys, what would you like to see done in the future? Anybody got anything? Don't everybody speak at once. So I'm showing 4 people on here. Does anybody have anything that they would to see upcoming? Give me some ideas. Okay, so anyway, so any more upcoming stuff? I am going to continue in trying to do the 2 videos for once or for once a week, and kind of like a tutorial or something like that, and then a build. I can't do 2 builds in a week unless it's something really small, just because I just pressed for time. That takes a lot of time. Um, Demetrius, really, man? Brother, you got issues. You want to see a brutal Venom or something with lots of blood? Jeez. Oh, man. Um, Yeah, I mean, I love horror stuff. I mean, I love all that stuff. Um, I kind of have to watch what I put on YouTube because the last thing I want to happen while I got momentum going and stuff with the channel is for YouTube to go, oops, uh, you can't have that on there. Some of that stuff is pretty brutal. So I kind of have to watch what I put on there. I'm glad you said that, Nick. I have a couple of Dragon files that I would love to do. However, I seen it on Thingiverse or on one of the Facebook forums, but I think I saw this guy, he did an FDM print of a full dragon head, like on a mount, like a wall mount, that would be awesome to do. Uh, that would be cool to do. I'm not sure um, who the guy is. I just saw it on there. A sonnet, the blood demon. Did I pronounce that right? I'll Google it and find out. But yeah, that guy has like these different dragon heads that you could print out and like put up on a wall or whatever. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Loot Studios. Okay. Loot Studios has um, really cool stuff. I did find this one bunch of minis that I want to do for the video because I like horror stuff and I like that sort of thing that I'm trying to think. Let me look over my phone real quick and see if I can find the company who does it. But they've got really cool minis out as well. So yeah, Nick, I was talking about doing some anime before you got on. So anime, I really want to do some stuff like that. So maybe some Dragon Ball stuff. Um, but I can't for the life of me. I probably won't be able to find it now. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. Da, 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 da. Raging Heroes. That's it. So Raging Heroes has some minis that are based on dark fairy tales. Have you guys seen any of that stuff? Hey Tony, hey Jim, how's everything going, man? So yeah, so I am gonna probably get some of those and um, print those up or whatever like that. Kind of do something on there. I like stuff like that. And yes, I do want to do some weapon and armor props. I would love to do something like what's this guy Frankly Built. If you check out his channel, he did a whole Iron Man suit, and he does a lot of these cool helmets and everything like that. I would love to do a suit, but man, that's a lot to get into right now. But later on down the line, I'd love to weapons and stuff. Man, I'd love to do that stuff. Um, yeah, Tony, we were talking about Dragon Ball stuff. Um, I'm pretty familiar with Dragon Ball because my son Nick grew up on it. He really got into that stuff growing up. So definitely big into that. Um, I didn't know that Loot Studios are Brazilians. Yeah, so they seem really cool. Yeah, they seem like really cool people. I've chatted with a couple of them, and they got some pretty neat stuff upcoming and everything. Of course, Uncle Jesse does a lot of their stuff that he prints out. So, and of course, he has 194,000 followers. But I really wanted to kind of tap into something a little different, something that somebody hasn't done before. So that's why I was kind of looking at the Raging Heroes sort of thing. But I think that would be cool to do some of that. Um, Weapon and armor props. Wicked just come out with some of the like some of the Deadpool guns and the knives, and I've already downloaded some of those in life size form in resin just to see what they're going to look like when they're printed. And so once I get to a point where I can print those, we're going to see what those look like. But yeah, the Star Wars stuff has been pretty cool, but I'd like to do more of a fantasy type of weapons and armor and stuff. Some really cool helmets and armor and just stuff like that. Who knows? I might see something that I would want to do as a 1-1 scale on some type of armor or whatever. Um, I have been experimenting with chainmail, resin printed chainmail. I don't know if you guys have seen any of those files, but I printed it one time and it come out looking like crap. And then I printed it another time and it did pretty good. So I'm kind of working with all that. The support stuff is what gets me, because when you take it off the build plate, the supports are supposed to kind of go away, and then you have your chainmail. It didn't work exactly like that for me, but yeah, Frankly Built is an amazing channel, dude. That guy has done some really freakish stuff, and yeah, his channel's like growing like crazy, man. But yeah, uh, the Mark IV stuff, the just the different types of Iron Man. I would love to do like a classic Iron Man. I'm kind of old school type of guy. I would love to do classic Iron Man armor. That would be cool to do. Um, the Helsing Sarah's Victoria from Discord and STL Collectibles. I might have to check that out, man. Yeah, I might have to check that out. um, so Nick, did you see that the game that you used to play? Was it League of Legends or something like that? They actually have action figures out now. I saw those at Walmart yesterday. Those actually look pretty cool. Yeah, definitely fantasy stuff, anime. I definitely would love to get into that. It's just a matter of I need to drink coffee and speed up. Speed up what? Painting, printing and stuff, dude. I'm like a machine right now, Tony. I mean, God, you can only make a brother go so fast, man. I mean, we're doing this stuff. I'm doing this stuff like in 2 and 3 days when people take weeks to do this shit. Slow down. But yeah, I would love to clone myself and do more of this stuff, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for my day job, that I would be able to get in and pump out more stuff. My printers run 24/7. Last week, my brother-in-law and his family were in town, so I didn't get to print a lot of stuff. And that's like the first week that I hadn't printed anything. It was like 4 or 5 days I didn't print anything, but my printers needed a much deserved rest. But man, my printers are usually going 24/7 overnight and everything. I've got everything dialed in with my settings. That way I can let stuff run freely and I don't have to worry about it. I mean, because a lot of people, they'll like be checking on their printers like every 15 minutes because they're worried about a failed print. I've been fortunate enough to not have to worry about that. So that's good. And those are the Anycubic Photon Mono X's I'm talking about. I will put those up against any printer. And I think for the money, and for what they can do and everything, I think they're really good. I put them up against the Saturn. I bought a Saturn and I sent it back. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So with the minis and stuff, I really want to just do a video on some of those, because I haven't printed one. So that's going to be kind of like a challenge for another another paint challenge for me, man. Because I haven't painted a mini in about 20 years, and I would probably just. You want to see the bloopers? I mean, Nick was talking about bloopers and stuff like that. Man, you're going to see like probably have to bleep out everything from me cussing so much because I haven't done a mini, and um, those things were just kind of like hard to do if you haven't done them for a while. What's that, Tony? Your bro was robbed the other day. Okay. Sorry to hear that, dude. But yeah. So anybody got anything else? We're coming up on an hour here. I didn't want to make this go too long. It's about dinner time. And does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Anything that they would like to talk about? Um, uh, Anything that anybody would like to discuss? Any projects, any future projects you'd like to see, or anything like that? So, Jal, I'm the same way. Like 10 printed pieces, and I don't have time to paint them. So, yeah, a lot of stuff looking to finish up, a lot of stuff that is going to take time. So, I was talking about for you guys just coming in, I was talking about doing a video for how many statues I can print in 24 hours, kind of an entertainment sort of thing. So I'm going to take probably 4, maybe 5 of these pieces that I've got primered and ready to go. So like there's going to be like an easy piece, a mediocre piece, a real technical piece, and a kind of an in between as well. And so I am going to probably do those, see if I can get them done, stay up 24 hours straight, and paint as much as I can. So what's my favorite statue? I would have to say my favorite statue of all time, whether it's printed or whether it's whatever, is I'm a Punisher fan, so I would have to say the Punisher comiquette that they did years and years ago. That's just a very simple piece now that you look on it, but that was just been my ever since I got it. That's been my favorite statue ever since. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. See my collection room. So my collection room, yes, I will do an exclusive video for my Patreons on that. Right now, we have been doing some home remodeling here in my house, and my room right now has a lot of stuff in it. So I'm getting a shed built pretty soon, so I can actually store stuff in there and organize everything up. And so once I do that, then I'm going to go and do a couple of walkthroughs with my collection. My collection consists of about 35 years of collecting Punisher stuff. So you can only imagine how much shit I got in there, and it's a lot. But I've got statues, I've got posters, I've got rare items that are just you can't find anymore today. Comics. I have 14 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 129. Out of the 14, 4 of them are a 9.8. I have 2 9.6s, a 9.2. I have 2 9.0s, and then I've got some lower ones. I got like a 6.5, and I think I all the way down to like a 4.5. But I've had those over the years and had them all graded. And then I've got, I think, 2 that aren't graded. So yeah, we'll definitely walk through that. Definitely go through the collection room. It'll probably be a couple of videos because I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff in there. Absolutely. So also, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to do mobile live streams, and I'll be able to do that and kind of walk around with my camera, with my phone camera, and you guys can see some of the collection and stuff like that. Sure. Happy birthday to Jim, Chris, and Dan. Tony says happy birthday. Cool deal. Tell you what, I'll post it in my next video, Tony. I'll do that. How about that? Get them to be subscribers, though, man. If you don't, yeah, that's it. Get them to subscribe to the channel, and I'll give them a shout out for their birthday. All right, because I got another video. It's going to be a small video that's going to be coming out here in the next couple of days, and then my Scarecrow build will be coming out probably on Monday or Tuesday. So you guys check that video out. It's pretty cool. I'm doing LEDs like I did in the Ghost Rider with the translucent resin. It's green translucent resin. I'll be doing LEDs in that. And then I will, it's a really amazing piece. It's really detailed. Wicked did a really good job, or Berserk. They're all the same guys. They did a really good job on it. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. It's a fun build. I've been working on it for a while. I had to reprint a few pieces because a lot of it kind of goofed up. But yeah, absolutely. All right, Joe. Have a good one, man. I appreciate it. Definitely tell your friends about the channel, man. Get them to look in. Um, I appreciate it, guy. So, Ellery, how you doing? How long have I been painting, and have I had any formal training? So, the answer to that is I have been painting for well over 35 years. I haven't. I started out, like I said earlier. I don't know if anybody caught it. My dad was a mechanic, and I started like just doing little things like sanding on fenders and doing stuff like that while he was doing engine work and everything. That's what got me into cars. And for a little bit, I used to build motorcycles. So I used to do custom gas tanks and stuff like that. And I've always been into model cars and airplanes when I was a kid, and I just did it. I mean, I didn't have any real formal training. I just looked at a picture and put it down. I also love to draw. Um, I went through I went through art school back in my high school days, which is over 30 years ago. I actually had a few lessons. Um, one summer, I had a few lessons from the college here, and Jerry Lawler, who's the wrestler, come in and did a couple of classes. So that was my yes, Jerry Lawler, Jerry the King Lawler from WWE. Did a few of the classes over the summer when I was a kid, and I learned how to do some things, drawing and stuff like that from him. But as far as any formal painting training, no, I have not had any formal training. I just practice. I've been a musician since I was 8 years old. Um, so I love music. I play bass guitar, drums. I do all kinds of crap. Um, I did play professionally for a little while, and with even with that, I just learned by ear. Um, so I just learn everything on my own, and I do how I learn is just by watching everything. I look at people on videos. I look at people on TV. I mean, just anything and everything I see as an influence, and I think that's how anybody learns. Um, and the other thing is we all suck in the beginning. I mean, and it doesn't mean that you just when you're starting out, you got to start somewhere. So yeah, you're going to suck, but you have to build confidence in what you're doing. And I think that's one thing that I've accumulated over the years is just confidence to do. Like, I'm not the best painter, I'm not the best musician, but I have fun doing it. I enjoy it, and I can give a shit what anybody else says when I post something online. I take criticism. Um, I take it and I absorb it, and then I try to do better. But at the same time, you got a lot of people who are keyboard warriors, if you will, who get on there and try to put people down. You're terrible. You suck. You can't do this or whatever. Your stuff looks like crap. I've had that on the channel. I've had some of that as well. And you know what? I just brush it off. And that's the one thing that I can say to anybody. This is my PSA here. So if you're a painter, if you're a musician, no matter what you do, keep doing it, no matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter how bad you think you are. It doesn't have any relevance to anybody else. If you enjoy it, do it. So the more you do it, the better you'll get. I guarantee you. If you take a statue that you do now and you take another piece that you've done a year from now, you're going to see a significant difference. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to. But yes, practice. all my videos, I always say, don't throw away an old print, don't throw away a failed print, just use it to practice. Skin tones and stuff, I still struggle with that. So that's why I make up big batches of it, you know. And like I'll just work on stuff like that all the time. My son Nick will tell you, like, none of my skin tones look alike. I mean, there's different shades and stuff like that because I'm always working with stuff. Um, I went to a few classes over the years and picked up things. I went to a Randy Bowen sculpting class like 20 years ago. I mean, but again, it's just soaking up everything and trying to do better and pushing yourself. Um, um, I'll say this, that don't listen to what anyone else says. Um, People can be brutal. People are some of the worst, out there, because they're self conscious, or else they can't do what you do. And so, don't ever pay attention to those people. Get out there, paint some stuff, post it online, be proud of it. Take criticism with a grain of salt, but at the same time, don't get so pissed off that because somebody's telling you, hey, you need to work on this. Hey, you need to do this. Accept it and take it and learn with it. That's the only way that you're going to get better. If you're one of these that get really butt hurt, um, that you can't uh, that you can't take criticism or whatever like that, then you're in the wrong thing. You're in the wrong hobby. So yeah, you just don't listen to what people say sometimes. There's been a couple of people that I've been helping out online, painting and stuff, some in the Wicked forum, that they posted stuff in some of these other groups, and they've like gotten a lot of criticism from people. They say they suck. Go back to doing what your day job is, that sort of thing. Don't listen to those people. It'll discourage you if you do, but keep doing what you're doing, keep practicing, and that's the only way you're going to get better. So, what else, guys? But that's a good question, Ellery. I appreciate that. Definitely practices everything. So yeah, my son Nick is playing guitar. How are you doing on guitar, Nick? um, but yeah, I love music. I love music of all kinds, and I'm going to incorporate some of that in some of my videos. I'm not sure how yet, but I'm going to let you guys. Yeah, I really want to make these videos more entertaining than what they are, rather than just have here. I printed this, I painted that, here it is, and then get a few builds and stuff like that. And that I, I, I really want to make stuff more entertaining. The trick to it is, no, Tony, please, dude, we're this isn't the time or place. Sorry. Um, but yeah, so anyway, uh, sorry guys, I'm looking at something here. Okay, cool. I have Philippe. Is it Felipe or Philip? Is it Felipe or Philip? Anyway, welcome aboard, man. I appreciate it. Felipe from Brazil. So I got a lot of people from Brazil that watch the channel. I see that a lot of the subscribers, when they come on, sometimes they'll announce the names and stuff. So that's really cool. I appreciate that. There's a lot of talented artists from Brazil that some people that I've worked with in the past, some of their art and stuff like that that I've printed. So that's pretty cool. Both is okay. All right. So anybody else have anything else? We're up over an hour and 11 minutes. And this has been my first live stream. I hope it's not been a total disaster. So I kind of give you a little bit of insight of what I'm working on, some of my projects coming up, some of my intentions with the channel. The only thing I ask you guys do, just keep, keep supporting the channel. By all means, this is your channel. As you know, I'm just kind of the coordinator, if you will. So if you guys have any projects or any suggestions or whatever like that, please, any video, put them in the comment section or whatever. And by all means, I look at all of them and everything, even the ones from the free porn sites or whatever. So I delete those. Anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Does anybody have anything else? But please support the channel. Take a look at the Patreon here in a couple of days. I'll have something up pretty soon. Any suggestions, leave it in some of the videos. Tell your friends, get them to subscribe. We're a little over 600 now, and I appreciate all the support from everybody, and looking forward to making a lot more builds and a lot more videos here pretty soon. As the channel progresses and stuff, everything will get a little bit more professional, if you will, and get a little better, a little bit more subjects and stuff. So bear with me. I am an amateur videographer or amateur content creator. There you go. So this is all new to me, and I'm having fun with it. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to people. Maybe I'll do another live stream, and we'll probably have like 12 people rather than 6 on here next time. So yeah, Ellery, we were talking about that earlier. Techniques on airbrush and pastels. I will have a video come up that I'm going to be doing pretty soon on pastels by itself, because I think that subject right there warrants a good 10 or 15 minute video of how to do those. There's 3 different types of pasteling that I'll go over. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, we're going to do that. Airbrush shading, we're going to do stuff like that. I'm trying to steer away from a lot of the stuff that the mini content creators have done. They've taken and done a phenomenal job with recess shading and different stuff like that. But I do have a video coming up pretty soon. You hear it first. I'm going to do one how to not paint your statue like a mini. Yeah, that might be a sore subject with some people, but I think it needs to be said. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing pretty soon as well. So I got some pretty good stuff. So yeah, definitely looking to get to 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget, once we get there, I'm going to give one of my pieces away. I'm kind of leaning towards the Black Widow piece right now. And yes, you have to be a subscriber. That's the one rule that I will have on there. And then once we get to more numbers and stuff like that, I'll be giving away some of these pieces. I can't keep them all. As much stuff as I'm printing and painting and everything, I just don't have the room for it. So I'm definitely going to pass it on to you, my subscribers, and let you guys have it. It's a good piece, Ellery. Working on the Black Widow right now. Good piece. So, all right, guys, anything else? If not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I appreciate your time, taking time out of your day. Nick, you need to bring the puppies over sometime. We're having withdrawals. My son is on here. So anything else from anybody? Thank you so much. My first live stream. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support. Keep tuning into the channel. Keep giving those likes. Let's keep it going. And we're going to have some pretty good content coming up pretty soon. All right, guys. Peace out. See you later. And everybody have a great night.